So okay, you come to Texas, you're like, damn. Okay, I thought it was gonna be a country town. You see, it was the city.
Right.
You've been through not the foster care, but the system.
The system.
Coming from the East Coast, Boston, New England. Coming from no disrespect to anybody in any states of America, but you're coming from New England, where American gangsterism originates.
Yeah.
Before Chicago.
Yeah.
Before California, the Crips and Bloods. Before Jits in Florida. Before Texas was swinging and banging and all that shit. You come from in the 80s, New England, New York, Rhode Island, Rhode Hampshire, like. That's where it all come from as far as the ghetto shit.
The ghetto shit, the freebasing, the learning about crack. Yeah. People have to understand I'll never go broke.
But also, look,
I'm sorry.
No,
I'll never go broke.
I feel you.
Never.
But also, here's the crazy thing. People always talk about the South and racism and opportunities, but the realest racism
is Southie.
Realest racism come from that New England area.
It does.
It really does.
Southie,
Southie?
Southie is in Boston.
Okay.
It's where Mark Wahlberg, Donnie Wahlberg.
It's where Mark Wahlberg?
Yes.
Marky Mark.
Right.
Okay.
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. He's from Southie, Boston, and it's the white people's area of the ghetto. Okay. Quote unquote. And so Roxbury, Jamaica, Plains, Cambridge, Arlington, Dorchester, that's the black folk. Haitians, Cape Verdeans, Dominicans, Jamaicans, yes. So Southie Boston is very racist. Very racist. That's where Whitey Bulger, I mean, that story is real. Like, you can look it up. My uncle's name is Ronnie Hicks. Like,
who's the greatest Boston criminal of all time? Boston George?
Well, he was the most loyal. I'll say he was the most loyal. I don't think he made smart decisions. He was the most loyal. I'm gonna give it to Whitey Bulger.
Yeah, you got to.
Because he was an informant and he was a killer. Yeah. So, like, I be listening to stories and shit like niggas be throwing out there and stuff, and I just be like, niggas just be talking. Okay. Because all snitches are killers.
Now, hold that thought. I'm going to say it one time. After I say it, I want you to repeat it after me.
Okay.
All snitches are killers.
All snitches are killers.
All right, so now hold that.
Okay.
And we're going to put that, compartmentalize that. We're going to put that in the tuck.
Okay.
So I'm going to start to get on this timeline of who you are.
Okay.
But we're going to come back to that. And
I
never forget good information. So we got that. All snitches are killers in the tuck. So now, coming to Texas. Before you tell me about the Texas thing, what was the worst thing that you seen while you were in the system before the age of 14?
The worst thing I saw in the system. The way that the counselors treated the young people that were in the system.
And how did they treat them?
Beat them.
Really?
Yeah. Beat them, abused them. Some were nice, majority of them weren't.
Yeah.
A lot of the counselors were people who had problems within themselves.
Of course.
Bullies within themselves.
Of course.
I stayed whooping them counselors. They stayed having to restrain me. They stayed having to stick the motherfucking needles in the straight. Like, for real. Like,
they used to stick you with needles?
What? Just to calm me down. I'm an ignorant little bitch. Wow. Excuse me. I'm an ignorant little fucker. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to calm me down, I was on Paxil. I was diagnosed bipolar by the time I was 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? And their easiest resolution for dealing with some of the things that I had internally went through was to put me on medication.
Do you think that should have affected you? Long term? Man, that's crazy. Yeah. For sure. You fuck with medicine now?
You know what? When I was released, I didn't, up until I was working for this school called Everest, and I got health insurance. And I was, talking to one of my coworkers who's a really great friend of mine now, and she noticed some of the things that I go through mentally, depression. I could be up one day and be completely, and you'll never know. You'll never know. I'll isolate myself. Only my closest friends will know when I go to these dark places, and I don't have a reasoning why. I don't know what it is, what it is with me. But so what happened was I went and got help to balance my mood swings, to balance my behavior, to figure out why I do some of the things that I do. So I got on a couple different medications. And what happened was when I quit the job, not quit because did I quit? Yeah, I left. I didn't have insurance anymore, and come to find out the medication was like $1,100, and then I had a deep crash. Yeah. I had a deep crash, and so I had to pick myself back up out of this. Nobody knew about it, you know what I'm saying? I was still playful as fuck on Instagram. I was still, you know what I mean? But behind closed doors, if I didn't have my best friend in my life and my people who really know me to catch me and to make sure I'm straight, hold my secrets, I'd have been fucked up.
Word.
And that's just the honest truth.
So, how you feeling right now?
I feel awesome. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a little overwhelmed.
Why is that?
Because I got a lot of stuff coming from different directions.
Yeah.
You know, and I ain't no punk. And I think that people know how good-hearted I am, even though I'm vicious, and it gets identified as weak. Yeah. And then you just get stuff from different directions. Right. And so I'm a little overwhelmed because I'm trying to become a better woman. And I'm also trying to stay true to who I am. No. And when you're elevating, you can't resort to some of the things. You can't just use the excuse, oh, this is who I am, and this is... No, you need to be able to overcome it. And I have problems sometimes overcoming it. And so it gets a little overwhelming because sometimes I just want to hide. You know, I just want to be like, y'all niggas have it, because I have different outlets to receive income. But if I let niggas have it, they gonna trick me out my spot. And I feel like, fuck you.
Okay. Listen, I interviewed a cat named Chucky Trill.
Yes. Hi, Chucky.
Chucky Trill.
I like Chucky.
Southside and Northside's finest.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And Chucky Trill said,
I was locked up for 8 years.
Yeah.
All I gotta do is just sit back and observe, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, any moment I can get tricked out my spot.
Yeah.
Any moment.
Yeah. It's important to keep that on the line.
There's 2 ways to get tricked out your spot. There's many ways to get pushed out the board, but it's 2 ways. You know, you're gonna either end up dead or in jail.
Yeah.
True.
You believe that?
Yes.
Really, why is that?
When you're dead, you can't come back.
Yeah.
And when you go to jail, they talk about you like a dog, and ain't nobody gonna be there for you.
Nobody will be there for you. That's sexual information. Now look, we bringing it back. I'm hitting the back pedal. I'm hitting the back pedal.
Am I doing okay?
Man, you doing good as long as you're doing you.
Great.
As long as you're doing you, you're doing good. So I'm hitting the back pedal. You know what I'm saying? I'm stepping back. So when you came to Houston, Texas, 14 years old, what was the first thing that made you fall in love with the city? Because I know you're in love with it.
I am in love with it. I'll never forget, 2 days after I came to Houston, I was living in River Oaks. My dad had a girlfriend. And on San Felipe Road, I walked to the Galleria. Right? Because, you know, being from the East Coast, we walk everywhere. You know what I mean? But they didn't have, like, the Metro Rail and stuff like that. And that's what I was used to back home. You know, the Metro Rail, or not the Metro Rail, but subways for us and things like that. So that's how we got around. It wasn't even necessary for you to have a car. So what happened was I walked to the Galleria, and I just was amazed because, like, you know, in my mind, I just really thought this was cowboys and Indians. And I just was like, I'm gonna fuck this city up. I knew coming off the plane that Houston was going to be something that was going to
grow you as a person.
Now I've left numerous times.